It all happened one summer on what could have been just a normal night. My brother's two friends were here for sleepover, so my mom and I decided to get a pizza to make it easy to feed everyone. My mom and I decided to get the pizza from a popular pizza chain in Arizona called Fried Pie. We all decided that we would take the pizza to go and eat it at home. We brought my brother's friend and our one dog, Husky named Frosty, with us to pick up the pizza. The reason we didn't leave Frosty at the house was that he was still young and very destructive when left alone, but it turned out that bringing Frosty with us meant more than just not having to buy new blinds or shoes. When we arrived at the Fried Pie, I didn't want to get out of the car because I was feeling very lazy, but my mom and my brother didn't want to leave me alone in the car. But since Frosty couldn't go inside the restaurant, he stayed in the car with me, and I convinced them that I would be fine. The place where we parked was very dark, and I was in the back seat with Frosty, partially almost lying down and scrolling on my mobile. Suddenly, Frosty started to whin and then bark a few times. At first, I thought he was being paranoid because he was little and felt trapped in the car. I just patted him on the back and that calmed him down a little. But then he started to bark aggressively at me and I was taken aback. I shifted over to pet Frosty again. But the reflection on my phone in the side view mirror caught my eyes. As I looked over at the mirror, I saw something terrifying in the reflection. I could see a man wearing a black hoodie and sky mask staring right at me. I screamed with fear and turned around and saw that man was trying to open the door. Thankfully, it was locked. He then screamed, "Open the door!" I was so scared. I was only 14 at that time and didn't know how to react or what to do. Frosty stepped on me and he was barking at the man, and I came back to reality. I realized that if I didn't do something quickly, then something bad would happen. I gathered up some courage and told the man to go away and that I would call the cops if he didn't. Suddenly, everything got very quiet. He seemed to have left, and I looked around and didn't see anyone around, so I got out of the car with my dog and started running towards the restaurant. But as I was running, someone grabbed me and I tried to scream, but my mouth was covered by a cloth. The last thing I saw was my dog running to the restaurant, and then I blacked out. I woke up in a hospital and my body felt achy and like I would be thrown around. I looked around and saw my mom and my brother, who seemed very concerned about me. I then asked them what had happened. They told me that first he came running to the restaurant and was noticed by the waiters at the door. When my mom and brother saw Frosty, they were very scared, as they knew something must have happened. They ran to the parking lot and saw that I wasn't in the car. My mom called the cops, and then Frosty suddenly started barking at a shady-looking van nearby. My brother and his friend circled the van to look inside, and they saw blood on the back door of the van. They found the back of the van and found me tightly tied up with ropes. Suddenly, the attackers came around the van with a knife, and I can only guess that he was looking for more victims. When my brother saw the man holding a knife, he immediately attacked him out of anger, while his friends came from behind him and held back his arm and took the knife. Meanwhile, my mother was trying to get the ropes off of me. Later, the police arrived and stopped the fight. Then they arrested the attacker while I was transported to the hospital. The investigation later revealed that the man was a sex offender, drug dealer, and a human trafficker. He was most likely planning to kidnap and sell me. I'm so thankful to Frosty, and to this day, I still wonder what would have happened if we decided to leave him at the house.